Mr. Secretary, do you hate people who are different from you?
No, sir. I wake up every single morning and say, love the people, love the call.
Do you support the rule of law?
Absolutely.
Isn't a big part of your job to enforce the immigration laws?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can we agree that illegal immigration is illegal?
We should all agree on that. Yes, sir.
How many people do you think the Biden administration allowed into our country in violation of our immigration laws?
Unfortunately, they didn't keep good records. We don't even know how many kids were let into the country. Estimation is somewhere around 340,000 kids that we're trying currently to look for. With the numbers are estimated between 12 and 20 million came in illegally over the 4 years of the Biden administration.
And President Biden ignored the immigration laws with the cooperation and indeed, in some cases, the encouragement of some members of Congress, did he not?
Yes, sir. That's my recollection of it.
Why do you think the Biden administration and some of my colleagues, your former colleagues, why do you think they believe in open borders?
A heated exchange unfolded when Senator John Kennedy sharply questioned DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the Biden administration's handling of the U.S. southern border. During the hearing, Kennedy argued that millions of migrants had entered the United States illegally under the policies of President Joe Biden. With his trademark direct style, Kennedy pressed the secretary on border enforcement, migrant releases, and the administration's strategy for managing the growing number of crossings. He suggested that weak immigration policies had encouraged more people to attempt entry into the country, creating what he described as a serious border crisis. The senator repeatedly demanded accountability, asking whether the administration had done enough to secure the border and protect American communities. As the questioning intensified, the hearing room grew tense, with both sides defending their positions. Kennedy maintained that the American public deserves clear answers about the scale of illegal immigration and its impact on national security, public services, and the economy. His comments quickly drew attention online, where supporters praised his tough stance and willingness to challenge administration officials. The hearing became another flashpoint in the ongoing national debate over immigration and border security.
Sir, I have my theory behind that, and I would love to entertain the thought, but I'll try to keep my thoughts to myself and just do my job here. But I think I know my theory is pretty strong.
Well, tell me about it.
I'll probably get myself in trouble.
It's okay. You're already in trouble.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is a place to give my thoughts. I try to work in facts as much as I can, but it's hard to explain why they would allow that many people to come in and turn our streets into lawless cities and lawless towns.
I mean, let me try it a different way. Do you think vetting people at our border is racist?
No, sir. It's exactly what we should do because we are charged, CBP and Department of Homeland Security is charged with keeping our homeland safe. We have to know who's coming in. We catch terrorists on a weekly basis trying to enter this country illegally or already entered this country illegally.
Do you think vetting people at our border, it sounds like you do, is prudent?
It is absolutely vital to the job we do to protecting our homeland.
And every other country vets people at the border.
They should, yes.
What happened to Delaney Hall?
Well, a lot of claims were made and they just absolutely weren't true. The first one came out and said it was overcrowded. We have today, I believe, under 700 detainees there. It's licensed for just over 1,000 beds. We have twice the square footage at Delaney Hall than the state penitentiary does in New Jersey. They said that the medical condition was horrible. We had twice as much medical staff per person than the state penitentiary does in New Jersey.
What happened with the protesters?
Well, the protesters is interesting. The governor and the state officials were going out and saying that they were peaceful protesters and ICE was agitating them. That all changed when the governor finally allowed the state police to do their job. And by the way, they're professionals, and the locals there were absolutely professionals. When they came in, they quickly realized these aren't peaceful protesters. These are rioters.
Were some of the protesters or rioters violating the law?
Absolutely. Every time you verbally assault an officer by not saying that you're, whatever words you want to use, but when you say you're going to kill them and all their family, that's against the law. That's violating federal policy. When you put your hands on an officer, we had officers bit, we had officers scratched, we had officers poked, we had officers hit, we had objects thrown at them, we had car windows smashed in. All that is a federal crime and punishable, and we have zero tolerance for it. And those that we could arrest then, we did arrest. Those that we have on video, we're going through the video today, and we will eventually find you and arrest you as well and charge you.
Now, you have the right in America to protest, don't you?
I support the First Amendment, but you do it in a peaceful manner.
But you don't have the right to protest violently or in violation of the law, do you?
That is correct, Senator.
Isn't it, last question, I know. Has it been your experience that most cops, most Border Patrol officers, most ICE agents will leave you alone unless you do illegal stuff?
And the senator's time has expired, so if you can keep this quick.
That is absolutely correct, and they love doing their job. They don't do it for the money. They do it because they're called to do it. And regardless if you're a local PD, you're a sheriff, you're state, or you're federal, all of them are willing to do their job because they feel called to do so. And you're not, for the most part, there's always a few bad apples, but for the most part, those officers, unless you're breaking the law, they're not going to bother you.
Okay.
That's my experience anyways.
Supporters of the Biden administration pushed back against Kennedy's claims, arguing that immigration is a complex issue influenced by factors far beyond U.S. policies. They pointed to economic hardship, political instability, and violence in several countries as major reasons why migrants continue to seek entry into the United States. Administration officials have also argued that they are working to balance border security with humanitarian responsibilities while pursuing broader immigration reforms. However, critics remain unconvinced, insisting that stronger enforcement measures are needed immediately. As clips from the hearings spread across social media, millions of viewers joined the conversation, turning the exchange into a viral political moment. Some saw Kennedy's questioning as a necessary challenge to government leadership, while others viewed it as a partisan attack designed to score political points. Regardless of where people stand, the hearing highlighted one undeniable fact. Immigration remains one of the most controversial and emotionally charged issues in American politics, with elections always on the horizon and border security continuing to dominate headlines. Debates like this are likely to shape public opinion for months to come. The question now is whether lawmakers can find common ground and deliver lasting solutions, or if the nation will remain divided over one of its most pressing challenges.